Hi everyone. So if you remember my last video when I talked about how some people were right about how Glitch Trap and Burn Trap aren't the Mimic. So obviously William Afton is still Springtrap, then Scrap Trap, Glitch Trap, and Burn Trap. And that the Mimic had no knowledge of William Afton's murders. William Afton had no knowledge of the Mimic existing, and so the Mimic is just the Mimic. It was just there under the Pizzaplex.
Location.
I'm talking a play at the
Hey, we just met. I honestly believe she's the possibility at all during her therapy. Mimic AI believing it's to be someone it isn't because of an abundance of information it has on that person, and the first thing readily available is not that unbelievable.
No.
Also, I feel I should bring up again another point from my last video. Glitch Trap was active long before the period by the coming soon. Still, children's incident. There is that end box. So, the eternal input. The pinch east. I remember Glitch Afton from the cat.
William wants to put himself back together like he wanted to have his children back together.
Which the Mimic likely learned the existence of via the emails exchanged between Fazbear Entertainment and the indie developer.
I'm pretty sure that would be impossible.
The team working for the AR game Special Delivery. However, Glitch Trap can't do any of that within the confines of the game.
Yeah, and since we're just basically gonna ignore FNAF AR for now on. Yeah. No, that's impossible because FNAF AR is just a game within our actual world. So, yeah, I don't know. Just know.
The pit with the sleeping blob just before encountering Afton. Because ready random antique endos and other burnt and melted looking cables and wires and parts are there. And this is why I firmly believe that the Mimic and Burn Trap are separate entities. And anyway, the Glitch Trap Mimic had Fanny use the Glamrox to clear the way to recover what was left of William Afton's body.
Yes.
However, there was obviously not much left, just the skull and broken piece of kind of agony left behind, fully become returning every will to pop. And because it's the blob that has most of the agony remnant,
yes.
Burn Trap doesn't have much of its own other than what it initially had.
Yeah.
So what Burn Trap Afton has isn't enough to fully bring himself back. He requires much more agony to events the game take place as model. Which things many of the things she does, specifically in order to creep beyond the radar too. The boss fight room and he died. No clue of someone else. And I decided to go one of these. Why?
The Pizzaplex under the original pizzeria, but at the same time, the original pizzeria's Fredbear's Family Diner, and the Pizzeria Simulator location is like the original Fredbear's Family Diner, but refurbished as a different location. And then it burns down along with the sister location bunker underneath it, considering that the sister location bunker is underneath William Afton's house and the Fredbear's Family Diner restaurant. So, yeah, the Scooper ending in the Ruined DLC definitely involving sister location. That's something that I saw, and you know what? Since the Pizzaplex underneath the Pizzeria Simulator location, underneath the sister location bunker, actually makes a whole lot sense, especially in the Ruin DLC. And considering that the Mimic is underneath everything, including the pizzeria simulator location, makes sense. It really makes sense. And as for the last video involving the Mimic, and there was something that caught my eye, and that was the Glamrock Freddy prototype again. I realize now that maybe, like, I don't know, I sometimes go back and forth about the entire thing, especially Helpy being like Glamrock Freddy, but a smaller robot with a not real name, not at all, some closure of the character. But at the same time, the Brazil ending isn't the real ending, and it's just a sort of like a hallucination, similar to referencing the movie Brazil, and Cassie dies in that ending. And Helpy in that hallucination is probably fake as well. But at the same time, it's not that big of a deal for animatronic plush toys to exist, for robot toys to exist, and Glamrock Freddy himself would be a hassle to have around in public, especially just to try to recharge him every single time. But then again, I don't know how the story might have happened if Glamrock Freddy did survive, and that the prototype Freddy in Phaser Blast in the Ruin DLC is a different model than the real Glamrock Freddy in the original Security Breach game. And considering that Gregory has the spare Freddy head in the Save Vanny ending, my guess is that both endings happen, but for Gregory taking the spare Glamrock Freddy head would probably be unknown to me. I would still take the DeviantArt explanation of how the Glamrock Freddy prototype came to be in the Phaser Blast location. Some construction workers thought he was the real Glamrock Freddy, but the Glamrock Freddy model without a head started attacking randomly, blindly, destroying himself, and ended up in collapsing onto Phaser Blast, especially when the Pizzaplex collapsed. So my now guess is that two Freddys are existing: the main Glamrock Freddy and a Helpy robot, with Glamrock Freddy staying in the house where Gregory and Vanessa live in, and I'm guessing in the Brazil ending, even if it actually happens, maybe Glamrock Freddy is somewhere, just maybe sleeping on his own free will, charging himself back up when he wakes up. Maybe. I don't know. But honestly, the prototype thing has gotten into such a mess. But at least we finally solved the Mimic and Burn Trap for that reason, since Glitch Trap and Burn Trap are not the Mimic. Glitch Trap and Burn Trap were originally and are still William Afton. And William Afton is now dead. He's still in hell, and he'll forever will be in hell. He'll never come back, officially. Which, thank God. And the Mimic is the main villain for now. Until Help Wanted 2. We are not getting another DLC of Security Breach. We are getting Help Wanted 2. Help Wanted 2. Okay? Have you not seen the trailers? We are clearly getting Help Wanted 2. Not a second Security Breach DLC. No, we are not. We are getting Help Wanted 2. And I have a feeling that Glitch Trap, the avatar in the VR game, might still be alive and might return in the sequel to Up Wanted. I mean, maybe yes or no, but who knows? And yeah, I don't know if Glare Mark Freddy and if the real Glare Mark Freddy is still alive with Gregory and Vanessa, and the spare Freddy head is used for building the new M-Trunk, which might be easier for it to be in public with Vanessa and Gregory to like be around and such. I don't know. I still don't know if there's a clear confirmation about the Glare Mark Freddy prototype and the real Glare Mark Freddy, especially with the Glare Mark Freddy head and the Good Fanny ending. I'm just unsure. Oh, and by the way, Gregory and Vanessa came back in the Pizzaplex to create the Mexes to trap the Mimic, but in the process, Gregory lost his stuff, a book bag and a walkie-talkie, which the Mimic then got the information about Gregory and tricked Cassie into going into the Pizzaplex. So yeah. I still want to do the frickin' FNAF timeline all over again, but to make sure to get all the details of what happens in the story, I might have to put it into separate parts. But maybe not right now, or probably not tomorrow, or this week. I'm already exhausted from these theories. I mean, they were already driving me crazy before. And they still are. But wait. Actually, yeah, maybe helping the Brazil ending is actually not like really Glare Mark Freddy. He's just there in that ending with an ice cream cone that looks similar to Glare Mark Freddy's colors. But at the same time, maybe it's just a purposeful detail, just because why not? But at the same time, I really don't know. I don't know anymore. It's crazy. The ruined DLC almost ruined everything. And if I really wanted to ignore it, then maybe it's a happy ending. William Afton has finally been killed and will never come back ever again. And that there's finally closure for everyone else in the series. The missing children, Michael Afton, William's son, and probably with his own family. Do I have to go on? And probably the newer characters like Vanessa, Gregory, and Glare Mark Freddy as well. Who is not Michael Afton. So yeah, that's something. I also got text messages from this person who lives in New York and who accidentally texted me thinking that they were texting their friend, but they weren't. They just got the wrong number, but it was okay if they were texting someone else. Since they said they live in New York, I was like, oh my god, really? You live in New York? And I was like, do they know the news? I don't know. But it's okay. They haven't responded ever since my last reply. So, I don't know. Bye.